Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to your daily dose of zombies news from the game and community here on COD Zombies HQ. Thank you so much for tuning in today, where we've got a lot to talk about, so let's kick things right off with our first story. There's been major updates to two new Easter eggs found here on MASCHINE. The first one offers you a reward in the pond section of the map, that reward being a clutch max ammo. That will never despawn, so you can grab it anytime you want. But the insane part about this is while this max ammo is a reward for completing some Easter egg, we don't actually know how to complete it yet. Where we know that this is the reward for the egg, that it's actually been found, but it's not actually being solved, if that makes sense. And we know for sure that this max ammo is related to a completion or part of some kind of major step for an Easter egg, because it doesn't despawn. Where it usually drops that spawn from zombies obviously disappears after a while. This max ammo will stay here basically forever until you decide to grab it. Now so far, this Easter egg reward has been documented by two people. The first was several days ago by Alpha Sapphire over on Reddit, who was on round 17 just trying to grind levels within the spawn. The only Easter egg he did on the map was the coffin dance, and he didn't do any of the trials on the map. But when he heads over to the pond area, as you can see, the max ammo is spawned in high up in the air, making sure that you can only intentionally grab it by specifically jumping into it, not just by walking on the ground below it. And the poster confirms that yes, this max ammo doesn't despawn, that it was there for several rounds after. The next person to see it spawn was QWERTYOUHOT over on Reddit, who basically had the exact same setup, didn't do anything out of the ordinary, nor did he consciously complete any known solved Easter eggs, and same exact scenario here, max ammo spawning in the pond area in the exact location several feet off the ground that doesn't despawn for the entirety of the game until you decide to grab it. Now, there has been some discussion that the Easter egg that seems to have been solved with the spawning of this max ammo is the fuse or reward station Easter egg, because if you take note of the location in which this max ammo spawns in the pond, it pretty much matches up to the exact location in which the fuse or reward station machine behind this zombie barricade that a lot of people have been trying to find answers for what exactly it does. It's basically located right under where the max ammo spawns. And because this machine does look so incredibly similar to the reward stations, it's likely that completing this Easter egg causes that reward station to spawn in a permanent max ammo. But of course, since it's located behind a zombie barrier, it can't spawn it there because you can't grab it. So instead, it just spawns it above where it's located. This leaves us in a very weird scenario that doesn't happen to zombies very often, where we know an Easter egg is found, where we know the reward for it, but nobody seems to know how to actually complete it. In this post, QWERTYOUHOT did mention trying to fiddle around with different methods to try to complete the reward or fuse Easter egg using various equipment on that machine such as C4, and that was the game in which he got the max ammo to spawn in. And another thing is that this location, or at least a location that is very, very close to it, is actually used as part of another Easter egg on MASCHINE, the floating zombies Easter egg that you can shoot when in the Dark Aether. If you get all of them, you get a free piece of equipment that spawns in the pond area very close to where this max ammo spawns, and if you walk under it, you get a jump scare. And while a max ammo doesn't spawn from this Easter egg, some people were theorizing it could be related to that, but both players confirmed that they did not do the floating zombie in the Ether Easter egg in their runs where the max ammo shows up. So now it's kind of up to you guys in the community to be very vigilant in your own games. If you see this max ammo that spawns in and doesn't despawn in this location in the pond, definitely take note in your mind about anything you might have done differently that game. Post it up on the Reddit to me over on Twitter. We want to get this Easter egg solved. Next up, in a quick update to another perspective Easter egg that is still unsolved here on MASCHINE, the classic ethereal monkey Easter egg. Zombies YouTuber, just another UK gamer who's responsible for finding a whole bunch of Easter eggs on this map, including solving a bunch of the wonder weapon upgrades when the game came out and solving the giant hand Easter egg, is now deep in the hunt for the ethereal monkey Easter egg, and there's two major things he noticed with it. The first is that Treyarch seemed to put what otherwise would be a lot of unnecessary work into animating these ethereal monkeys, because they don't actually have the same animation pattern each time you go into the Dark Aether, that they rotate between several animations for the same monkey location each time you enter and exit the Dark Aether. The second, that he noted that whatever Easter egg involves these ethereal monkeys seems to be time gated to the amount of time that you're allowed in the Dark Aether, because all of the ethereal monkeys on the map actually despawn a few seconds before you're transported back to the regular map. They're the only actual visual items on the map that we know of that actually do this, which leads us to believe that whatever you have to do to complete the Easter egg has to be done in that period of time, because that timer will tick past 0, all the monkeys will despawn even before you get transported back into the map. So evidently a lot more to find here on MASCHINE as players continue their Easter egg hunts. Next up, several big content creators, including Zombies YouTuber NoJ456, received a package from Treyarch themselves today that takes you to this website on screen now, and if you type in the phrase remaster die rise, you get taken to a countdown timer on the website. Nah, I'm just kidding. You can enter whatever name you want into this and you'll get taken to the countdown timer. But big shout out to Johnny J25 and everybody that donated to get that billboard put up near Treyarch's offices a while back. That's just insane. But yeah, we believe that this countdown timer, which will soon tick down to 0 at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time tomorrow, will be the first teaser reveals for Season 1 content. Obviously, part of that content is the new Zombies modes and content that Treyarch has been advertising, so perhaps we'll get a little bit more information on exactly what is coming very soon. Next up, have you ever gotten into the MASCHINE boss fight and just wanted to peace out, finish your map already, get the extra XP, but actually had to play the boss fight like the rest of us? Well, apparently there's a way to just bug out as soon as you enter that boss fight, as posted by Twitter user ILGra, who at the very start of the boss fight walks near the teleport and just starts working. So he gets teleported right outside the boss fight into Nocturne Totem, meaning the boss fight is guaranteed to complete whether he's there or not. It'll be interesting to see if this can be replicated and used to increase some times run the Easter egg on this map, maybe bringing the record down by a few seconds more. Next up, Treyarch is giving out weekly rewards to players that are using their Call of Duty app on your phone. They don't really say how much you have to use the app, whether you just have to boot it up once a week or whether you don't have to do that at all and just check in once a week to receive your reward. But as this Reddit user points out, he received 30 minutes of double weapon XP for free just by using the app. So if you're still playing a lot of Cold War Zombies and want a chance at getting something that you can actually use in this game, go ahead and download that app if you want, and it'll be interesting to see what else Treyarch decides to give out as a reward using this app in the future. Next up, we got a big update from Reddit user Matthew106, who put a whole lot more time in crunching the numbers, gaining those statistics about exactly what attachments that increase salvage and equipment drop rates do in Zombies, because Treyarch just decides to not actually tell us. These updated numbers show the more accurate percentages for exactly how much more of specific salvage you'll get when using specific attachments on your weapon in this game. For example, when using the mounted flashlight, you're probably going to get around a 7.5% increase to regular salvage, that ups to around 12.5 to 15% for the Tiger Team Spotlight, and ups to around 15% increase for common, and around a 5 to 7.5% increase to rare salvage for the highest level salvage increase site, that is the Ember spawning point. So with the more time Matthew106 put into actually trying to get statistics for this, it seemed to equal out the variance that we've been seeing between these attachments, giving us a more balanced look about the effects that you can expect when using these things, because Treyarch again just decides to not tell us. Of course, in game, there's not only equipment to increase the salvage drop rate, but also to increase the equipment drop rate too. And after a bunch of detesting, Matthew106 determined that you get a pretty significant increase to the percentage of equipment that will drop from Zombies, from anywhere between 70% when using the suppressor to around 100% extra equipment drops when using the SOCOM eliminator. And at the same time, he did us the service of noting how much of each drop you're likely to get, with the Semtex Tomahawk nades and stuns being in the highest, the most likely tier, then the C4 decoys and stims being in a tier below that, then the Molotov and armor vest being even more rare than that, with the last two rarest items being a monkey and a self-revive. So it does help dispel some rumors I've been seeing that, SMGs drop more equipment or more salvage than ARs do, for example. That is not the case. Every weapon class in the game drops the same exact percent of salvage and equipment based only on the attachments you have on it, not the actual weapon class, and that attachments that increase what equipment will drop just increases the amount of total equipment that drops, not actually actually increases the percent that you're likely to get a more rare equipment like C4 or a self-reviver monkeys or something like that. So definitely next time you hop into Cold War Zombies, go over your attachments for your starting loadout. Make sure you're using the best attachment to increase either salvage or equipment drops that'll suit your own needs, because they're obviously not all the same. And with that, it wraps up the news today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you did enjoy it, hey, consider leaving a thumbs up on the video, subscribe to the channel if you're not already. Season 1 intel is going to be dropping very soon, and I can't wait because we've been starving for Zombies news from Treyarch for a while now, so it'll be good to finally get details from the horse's mouth themselves about what exactly is coming to this game. But I want to thank you again for watching, and I'll see you with another Zombies news video tomorrow. Peace.